Good morning, dear children. Welcome again to our online class. I hope you all are doing well. So, what all things we were discussing in our previous class? Yes, we were discussing about chemical effects of electric current and also about electroplating. So, our chapter is over. I hope all of you have completed the extra notes in your notebook. Today, we'll start a new chapter, some natural phenomena. Children, do you remember in class 7th we have learned about winds, storms and cyclones, and we learned that cyclone can cause a huge damage to humans' life and property. In this chapter we will discuss two other natural phenomena, that is lightning and earthquake. You might have seen sparks when plug is loose in its socket. Lightning is also an electric spark. Do you know lightning is caused by the accumulation of charges in the clouds? Let us now understand some properties of electric charges with the help of an activity.
Take a ball pen refill and rub it on a piece of polythene. Bring the refill close to the paper pieces. What do you observe? The pieces of paper attracts to the refill. Similarly, if you rub the comb on the cloth and bring close to the hair stands. These objects, ball pen, refill, and comb acquire some charges, and hence these objects are called charged objects. These charged objects also charge the pieces of paper and hair when they come in contact. Now let us see types of charges and their interaction. In earlier experiment, two pieces of paper and a ball pen refill have the same charge? No. There are two types of charges, positive and negative charge. How to identify the type of charge present on an object? For that, let us perform an activity. Take a ball pen refill, rub one refill with the pieces of polythene and place the refill in a tumbler. Rub the other refill and bring it close to the first charged refill kept in the tumbler. You will observe that the two charged refills repelled each other. Now take two balloons, hang them in such a way that they do not touch each other. Rub both the balloons with the woolen cloth and release them. You will observe that one charged balloon repels other charged balloon. Let's proceed to the third experiment. Now rub a refill and place it in a tumbler. Bring an inflated charged balloon near the tumbler. You will observe a charged balloon is attracted to a charged refill. So we can say that the object made of same material repel each other, while the objects made of different materials attract to each other. Hence, we conclude from the experiment that like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. It is a convention to consider the charge on a glass rod is positive when it is rubbed in a silk cloth. When this glass rod is brought near a charged straw which is rubbed on polythene, they both attract. Hence, a plastic straw is negatively charged. The electrical charges generated by rubbing are static. They do not move by themselves. When charges move, they constitute an electric current. We have already studied in class 6th. The current in a circuit which makes a bulb glow or the current that makes a wire hot is nothing but a motion of charges. Of charge. Let us perform an activity. Take an empty bottle. Take a piece of cardboard slightly bigger in size than the mouth of the bottle. Make a hole in it so that a metal paper clip can be inserted. Open out the paper clip. Cut 2 strips of aluminum foil about 4 cm and 1 cm each. Hang them on the paper clip. Insert the paper clip in the cardboard lid as you can see here. Charge a refill and touch it with the end of the paper clip and observe what happens. You will see that the aluminum foil strips receive the same charge from the charged refill through the paper clip. The strips carrying similar charges repel each other and they become wide open. Such a device can be used to test whether an object is carrying charge or not. This device is known as electroscope. Thus, we find that electrical charge can be transferred from a charged object to another through a metal conductor. Now, touch the end of paper clip gently with hand and you will find a change in the foil strip. They come back to their original state. Every time you will find that the foil strip collapses as soon as you touch the paper clip with hand. Now, why does it happen? The reason is that the foil strip loses charge to the earth through your body. We say that the foil strips are discharged. The process of transferring of charge from a charged object to the earth is called earthing. What was that? You must have heard about or seen lightning and thunder. Today we learn about lightning and how it occurs. To learn about lightning, we need to know a little more about clouds. During summer, the ground is hot and it heats the air above. This warm air rises. As the air rises, the cold temperature at the highest cools the water vapor. Forms cloud. As more and more air continues to rise, the cloud gets bigger. If the temperature at the top of the clouds falls below the freezing point, the water vapor turns into ice, and lots of small pieces of ice bump into each other as they move around. Now we know that when two objects rub against each other, charges are produced. So here, cloud develop an electric charge. The particles that are positively charged accumulate at the top of the cloud, and the negatively charged particles accumulate near the lower edges. There is accumulation of positive charges near the ground also. When the magnitude of the accumulated charges become very large, the air, which is normally a poor conductor of electricity, is no longer able to resist their flow. So negative and positive charges meet, producing streaks of bright light and sound, and we see streaks as lightning. The process is called an electric discharge. The process of electric discharge can occur between two or more clouds or between clouds and the earth. Lightning safety. So during lightning and thunderstorm, no open place is safe. After hearing the last thunder, wait for some time before coming out of the safe place. A house or a building is a safe place. Now, do's and don'ts during a thunderstorm. Open vehicles like motorbikes, tractors, construction machineries are not safe. Open field, tall trees, shelters in parks do not protect us from lightning stroke. If no shelter is available and you are in an open field, stay far away from all the trees. Stay away from poles or other metal objects. Inside the house, lightning can strike telephone cords, electrical wires, and metal pipes. Remember, lightning is an electrical discharge. During a thunderstorm, contact with this should be avoided. It is safer to use mobile phones and cordless phones. Bathing should be avoided during thunderstorm to avoid contact with running water. Electrical appliances like computers, TV, etc. should be unplugged. Lightning conductors. Lightning conductors is a device used to protect building from the effect of lightning. As you can see in the picture, the metallic rod taller than the building is installed in the walls of the building during its construction. One end of the rod is kept out in the air and the other is buried deep in the ground. The rod provides easy route for the transfer of electric charge to the ground. The metal column used during construction, electrical wires and water pipes in the building also protect us to an extent, but do not touch them during a thunderstorm.